Hello everyone, click here to get our free Learn to Code ebook and to learn more about building a career in technology. Also be sure to subscribe to this channel for more programming tutorials. Hope you enjoy the rest of the video. In this video we will cover the basics of HTML and CSS and basically just getting started with HTML. So the first thing you want to do is open up the folder that you want to work in. So I'm going to create a new folder, call it HTML tutorial, and then we'll want to open up this folder and create the files that we need. So you can open up your text editor, file, open, and then go navigate to the location of the folder that you want to work in. And mine is in the desktop, in my tutorials folder, and in HTML tutorial. And then we can open up that folder, and then you'll see the files that the folder that we're going to be working with. And then we can create our new files. So we'll go File, New File, and then we will have a file. So we can save this file with Command S or File, Save, or Save As, and then save it as index.html. And then we'll choose where we want to save it. Again, in the HTML tutorial folder. So we'll save that. And then now we can start working in our folder, in our file. So what we'll want to do is open up a web browser and create a new tab and drag and drop the file that we are working on. If you're using HTML, you're always going to want to drag the index.html file into the browser and then let it just drop it, and then it will show up. So we have nothing on our website or on our file, so that means nothing is going to show up. So let's go ahead and make something. So let's say hello world. Save that, refresh, and now we have hello world. So that's our first piece of information for our website. But we want to make this look proper and correct, and we don't want to have any issues. So let's go ahead and get rid of that for now. And we need to go to a website here, which is how to create a basic HTML document. You can get there just by typing in HTML skeleton MDN. That will take you right there. And how to create a basic HTML document. And I recommend reading this page. It gives a lot of information, but here's a skeleton of an HTML page that we can work with. So we'll just copy and paste all of that, go to our text editor, paste this in, and then now we have a location for all of our content to go. So we can get rid of these comments. And inside of our body is where we want to write all of our code. So we can write hello world again, and then this will actually be the proper way to do it. So now if we refresh our website page, now we'll get hello world again, but it will be technically correct instead of incorrect. So now I want to cover just some basic information about the page that we're dealing with. So what we have in our shell, or in our skeleton here for our HTML page, is we have these things called tags. There's an HTML tag, a head tag, meta tag, title, another head tag, a body, and an HTML. So these are HTML tags or HTML elements, and then in each element has an opening and a closing tag. So you need to, in order to do it properly, each thing needs to have an opening and a closing. And so what we have here is this is the HTML opening tag, and this is the HTML closing tag. And you can see everything in between the opening tag and the closing tag is within the HTML tag. So all of this information here is nested inside of this HTML tag. So these are children of the HTML. And the HTML tag is a parent of all of these tags. And then you can also see that inside the HTML tag is a head tag. And there is an opening head tag and a closing head tag. And so that means that this head tag has a parent of HTML, but it also has a child of meta, and it also has a child of title. So you can see how these tags are closed and opened by looking at the first and the second time that you see the tag. So we have the head tag, and you'll notice there's the open caret, and then the head, the name of the tag, and then the closing caret. And then down here, you'll notice that this is a closing tag because it still has the opening caret, but it has a little slash. And that means that this is the closing tag. So again, everything in between is the child of this. So you can see that with title, we have title is the child of head, which is the child of HTML. So you can actually nest several layers deep, and that is basically how tags work. There's one more thing, though, that you should be aware of, and that is that some tags are self-closing. So you'll notice that the meta tag does not have a closing meta. It does not have this, because that is actually not the way that tag is designed. So some tags are self-closing, and it'll just take a little bit of practice and an experience, and you'll be able to figure out which ones are self-closing and which ones are not. But most of the time, the tag will have an opening tag and a closing tag. So again, the closing tag for head is exactly the same as the opening, with the exception of the slash in the beginning. So if you were to want to make a body, if you were wanting to make a list item tag, then by using what you know about opening and closing tags, you can make a list item tag by doing li, and that is exactly like the opening tag. And then you can make a closing tag, which looks just like the opening tag, only you would have a slash. So that would be a complete list item tag. And these are not the only tags that are available. I recommend checking out the HTML element reference, and you can see all of the different tags that are available and how they work and how they are opened and closed. So for example, let's say I want to look at this UL tag, which is right here. If I want to know how it works, I can just click on the UL tag, and then it will give me all of the information of how it works. And it will also give me examples. So this is an example of how the UL tag is working. So again, you can see the opening tag and then the closing tag. So I recommend taking a look at all of these tags, these HTML elements, and trying to use them in your website, and or use them inside of this document here, and then we can get a feel for how they work. So let's take a look at the P tag, which stands for paragraph, or it represents paragraph, and this is how it works. So if we click on it, we'll get some information, and then we can see that these are paragraphs. So let's go ahead and copy and paste and put this inside of our body. And there we go. That is our first paragraph. So now we can refresh, and here is the paragraph. So definitely take a look at several of these. I'm going to provide some links of key elements that you should definitely be aware of. So That's it for this video, and I will talk to you soon. Have a good day. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Remember to get your free Learn to Code ebook by clicking here. Also, please subscribe to my channel for more programming tutorials by clicking here. Make sure to like the video and leave a comment letting me know what you'd like to learn next. Have a good day.